Initiating Majora Threat OS.
Holy shit, I'm a real f***ing person. Video games are pretty rad. I played all different kinds of video games, different consoles, everything from your Super Nintendos to the 360s to the PS triples to your Tiger Watch video games.
I'm busting fast action fun.
Get happy!
Nowadays, everyone likes video games. It's kind of ingrained in our culture. They're making movies out of it. We see superhero movies. Nerdy shit's cool now. Back in the day, to play video games, you were lumped into that crowd. So growing up, playing video games allowed my weird nerdy self to connect with other weird nerdy kids, talk about weird nerdy shit. Then you go to college, you graduate, get a job, say goodbye to some old friends, and then the economy collapses. This is great. It's shaped a lot of my interests, as you can see, and I've had a lot of amazing memories playing with them, and I've made a lot of great friends with them too. But you don't get to 100 gamer score without playing your first video game. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. The first video game I ever played, why it's so important to me, and how it's shaped my interests as a whole. And that, my friends, is Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 was, and still is, an amazing video game, and I don't think it gets the recognition that I think it deserves. And I mean, yeah, I know I'm gonna be biased as the first video game I ever played, whether it's a good quality or not so good quality. Maybe I played Superman 64 as a kid and I still have a nostalgic appreciation for it. Cut that out, please. But I think it's completely unique and innovative game design, presentation, overall insanely good direction. Not only makes it a really great game, but it's the reason why I still love video games to this day. Also, you're a fox in outer space shooting shit. It don't get cooler than that. Here's why the first video game I ever played changed my life. After floating aerial fonts and a kick-ass intro of running through the hallways, we got the boys looking fresh on the title screen. What a pose. Honey, get the camera! They grow up so fast! Right from the get-go, if you manage to wait long enough, you'd see the characters talking to themselves in a way that visually shows off their personalities. Falco, the ace pilot, folds his arms and taps his foot. He's obviously the cool, mysterious one. You could throw him in to take this to your grave and no one would notice. Slippy, the engineer who keeps wiggling around like an animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese, is the loud, annoying one. Peppy kinda nods his head off to the side, as he's the wise, older, and more experienced one of the group. Then you got Fox McCloud himself, chatting and motioning his arms, ordering style, as the leader. It's clever game design that subliminally tells the player what the characters are like, rather than treating you like a dummy. But none of that really matters, cause oh god, the 64's moving! Then you go to the main menu and it's so serene. This music is calming and relaxing, you almost forget that this is going to be happening when you play the game. But until then, you can take the calm before the storm. The music just captures the quiet ambience of space. It's even got cute little starships as the cursor. My younger self used to just chill here and vibe out with the music playing in the background, knowing that this peaceful feeling is but a fleeting moment in the depths of my childhood that I'd long for. I mean, I like shooting shit. The story's pretty basic. Basically, Andros is an evil monkey scientist who wants to take over the world, and a Star Fox is trying to avenge his dead father. It's got betrayals. If you want to know the whole story, just Wikipedia. I know the source. So you get to the first level Corneria and Jesus Christ, this is awesome! Shooting bad guys left and right, buildings are falling down, civilization has crumbled to its pieces, kick-ass music is playing, you can even do barrel rolls. Holy shit, there's a lot more than just flying and shooting. I mean, yeah, the gameplay is pretty fun, intuitive, and awesome, but it ain't no Galactica. There's a whole story, characters, and world building they gotta do. See, remember when I told you that the characters' personalities were shown on the title screen? Let's just say this is in school, and that wasn't just for show and tell. Miss Martinez, please, I'm so sorry for bringing Star Fox 64 to show and tell again on Fridays. I swear I won't do it again. Please don't call my mom. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this could have been your average shooter in the 3D space on the Nintendo 64. But the producer, Shigeru Miyamoto, was like, no, we're not just doing that. We gotta add charm and aesthetic to this game. We gotta make sure that every character stands out, is entertaining, and they gotta be crucial to the team in their own way. Also, make sure that music is fire. Trying to release a CD out here. It's 1997, SoundCloud isn't out yet, please. The cast of characters in this game brings so much to the gameplay. Hearing your teammates communicate together is frankly one of the highlights of this game. These guys are always throwing in one-liners and screaming at each other as they're battling it out in space. It adds more than you think.
Things are starting to heat up.
Quit dinking around, Flip. Time for a little payback. Follow your father's example, Fox. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
I got one!
So get your ears on, cause we're about to hear Slippy's audiobook on what it's like having a game on Wii U. This really helps set the mood and establish what's at stake. Plus, every line they deliver sounds so earnest and passionate. It really boosts up that morale when you go into a city where millions were murdered.
This is horrible.
You also need to save their lives sometimes. If you don't do it fast enough when they need it, they'll not only be X'd out, but they literally won't be there in the next level to help you. That's just sad. But they're not just there for decorations, or for you to save them when they need help. This game showed me that their roles and positions can be intertwined within the gameplay and in an interesting way. Like if you have Slippy in your team, he'll show you the life meter of the boss of each stage on screen.
Enemy shield analyzed.
Let's see what you've got.
Peppy will give advice every now and then.
Use the boost to take.
And Falco can actually find secret routes you normally couldn't with the higher difficulty. That actually sounds kind of like a detriment, but it's so satisfying when he finds a route you didn't expect to go to. And speaking of routes, this game gives you the option to choose your own routes. Star Fox 64 showed me that despite having a simple concept of flying and shooting from point A to point B, exploring and choosing where to go in a game makes the replayability of a game that much more worth it. And can I say, yeah, I know it's space, but look how many different areas you can travel to. You got your Earths, your spaces, lava lands, deserts, Independence Day, the movie comes out of nowhere. It's great. Every level has its own unique flair it offers. Whether it's introducing new enemies, old rivals, new banter, the Landmaster. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's cinematic, if you will. Pretty cool stuff for 1997 on the N64. God, this game is so good. I could talk about this game all day as to why that makes it so special, but this ain't no documentary on Star Fox 64. So to not take up any more of your time, I'm just gonna speed through a bunch of cool things I appreciate about the game. Like, remember that first boss you destroy in Corneria? When you destroy him, he says that epic line of,
My Emperor! I failed you!
and then exploding in the air? Or how about that second level where you're randomly fighting Gundams? And then bam, like a talking pig comes out of nowhere? But what the f am I looking at here? I don't know, but I gotta kill it if I want to save the Lylat system. I remember one of the routes I took, Slippy actually almost dies in one of the cinematics, and I thought he actually died because I didn't get him in the next level. There's the free range levels where you're just flying all around to do one objective. There's Star Wolf that comes out of nowhere with this gang of posses. There's that thing and this thing. Look at all this stuff happening on screen. Then there's the obvious epic final boss, Andross, and then if you play it right, there's the true secret boss you can fight. There's a good ending and a bad ending you can get. There's local split-screen multiplayer up to 4 players. What more do you want in a game?
Oh wait, I almost forgot, this was the first game to have a rumble pack.
So looking back on the first video game I ever played, I can see just how much it influenced my interests and tastes. All the games I love since then have a little bit of Star Fox in them. Whether that be tight controls, intricate game design, a cast of characters filled to the brim with personality, breathtaking cinematics, and a story with twists and turns and heart. And if it wasn't for Star Fox 64 impacting me the way it did, I probably wouldn't be as passionate for the medium and storytelling as a whole. Playing Star Fox as a little kid made me love video games. And playing Star Fox 64 now reminded me of why I still love playing video games. So with that all being said, I want to hear from you watching. What was the earliest video game memories you remember playing? Drop a comment down below, make sure to like and subscribe to Instantly Die, and I'll see you later.
Thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button below to be notified on when Majora Threat releases a new video. Click the television on your screen to transport you to a similar video through the World Wide Web. Follow your dreams, protect Earth, and question authority. Goodbye, Internet travelers.